Then we go into fall. We are now at autumn equinox, beginning with Libra in cardinal air. And so this is the first sign that we're coming across that is now an opposite of a previous one that we've covered. So Libra and Aries are opposite each other. Aries is the god of war, ruled by Mars, and Libra is the balancer of the zodiac. It's the judge. It's the scales, the this versus that, and weighing everything out and taking time to process and make sure that everything is balanced. And their statement is, I balance. And so Libra has this peacemaking quality about them. Libra is ruled by Venus. So Libra is technically considered a masculine energy. Each of the zodiac signs has a masculine or feminine. And so Aries and Libra are considered masculine energies, but Libra is generally seen as more feminine because it has a softness to it, which is the whole point of the balance of Libra and what Libra brings to the table. It is the landlord of the seventh house. And in the light, Libra is lovely, professional, even tempered, a peacemaker, judicial, calm or calming, and objective, other focused, meaning that they focus on other people, socially intelligent. And so they have this ability to just show up in situations. They're very charismatic. Often Libras will just be talking to somebody and they don't even think that they're doing anything specific, but the other person thinks that they're flirting with them, or they like start falling in love with them, because the Libra has an ability to focus so fully and completely on whoever they're talking to that they just make them feel like the most important person in the world. And it's a really interesting way of not being aware of yourself because you're so focused on the other, you don't even notice that you're doing it. And so they can quickly get caught up into boundary issues because they're so focused on other. They, in the shadow, they aren't very aware that they are no longer in their own space, that they're in other people's space. They're not in their business, they're in other people's business. And so then that can create a lot of codependency. They're more prone to that than other signs. They can be a gossip as well, similar to Gemini. Both are air signs, so both very intellectual, very chatty. And they can be unfair because they are the judge and they are the scales. It's like, well, this and this, I see the fairness, and I'm going to make sure it's fair for me, and you can go pound sand. And so they can kind of swing to that end of it, which will create a lot of imbalance in their life, and their lives will become quite chaotic if they're not managing the balance of their gift. They can be deceptive. Now, every single one of us has the capability to be deceptive. We all lie, but we lie for different reasons. So the motivation of why we lie is especially interesting, because we might lie. You could have two people telling a lie. They could be saying the exact same lie, but one person's telling a lie because they think it's funny, and another person's telling a lie because they want to control, and another person's telling a lie because they are trying to avoid conflict, or they're scared, or whatever. So the Libra is the one that's avoiding conflict and being deceptive. And so it's easy for them to believe that they're not being deceptive. They're just saying like, oh, well, I'm not going to tell them everything that happened because then they'll be mad. And they don't really see it as deception, but it is. And if you keep sweeping things under the rug over and over and over again, eventually you're going to trip over the thing under the rug, or the other person's going to trip over it. And it's very alarming to realize that you thought everything was one way, and then to find out that this person has been upset and it's not okay, and they didn't even like to go fishing, or they don't like it when you want to grill burgers, or like whatever. They don't like your mother. Like, it could be so many things that they're just not telling you for the sake of peace. But when you live a life with peace at all costs, it actually creates an internal war, and there is no peace because now you're at war with yourself, which is interesting with the war peace dynamic of Libra and Aries. Anytime you're trying to understand a sign better, it's really powerful to look at the opposite sign and see what that sign has to offer and what that sign has to share with us, because that will help you to understand even better the sign that you're looking at if you're getting stuck on something. So you can kind of see the opposites because they're directly 180 degrees apart from each other, that every single sign has an opposite, and it will be like cardinal to cardinal, fixed to fixed, mutable to mutable. That those are opposites in the energies.